Okay, deadheads. It's time to count your blessings and be thankful you're watching this show and not in it. That's more than we can say for this maniac, who's always looking for a better buzz. And how about the man who thought he was taking home a hottie, but wound up taking in a stray bullet instead? Have you been a bad boy? Need a drink?
Keep it coming.
It's time to air out the double wide and keep your eye on the prize.
And that's how you do it!
It's the next episode of 1,000 Ways to Die. Warning. The deaths portrayed in this show are real and extremely graphic. Names have been changed to protect the identities of the deceased. Do not attempt to try any of the actions depicted. You will die. Death is everywhere. Most of us try to avoid it. Others can't get out of its way. Every day we fight a new war against germs, toxins, injury, illness, and catastrophe. There's a lot of ways to wind up dead. The fact that we survive it all is a miracle. Because every day we live, we face 1,000 ways to die. Life, as John Cook saw it, was one long, obscene gesture. He was only too happy to oblige. He was the ultimate adrenaline junkie, always looking for the next fix.
He's a kind of person or a kind of personality type that seems to require thrills, a higher set point. They seem to need to take constant risk to move things forward, to expand the horizons. Some people are addicted to it.
His customized bikes and edgy metal sculptures brought in more than enough coin for John's needs. What money didn't give him, his sweet and twisted Tess did. She knew how to push his buttons.
Somebody putting themselves repeatedly in harm's way is likely to be addicted to the neurochemical bang they get.
Cook wanted more bang for his buck. Tess obliged by attaching a welding machine to his stainless steel ear piercings. But Tess would only take it so far. If John was really going to push his envelope, he'd have to deliver it himself.
The brain, the spinal cord, and the heart use electricity in which to function.
When 130 amps of raw current rip through the body, the heart is the first organ to short out.
If there is a death from an electric shock or from a lightning strike, it's because of cardiac arrest.
To anyone who knew John Cook, his death came as no shock. Chuck had a simple dream. With Roxanne, he scored the love of his life. Then he struck silver with a 1952 Royal Spartanette trailer home.
Perfect.
But before he went mobile, he had to make his love shack shine.
Baby, we are great together. Here we go.
A dirty job, but not for Chuck. All he had to do was think of motoring down the highway with Roxanne by his side, and he was the happiest camper in a camper.
Perfect. One last thing.
And it wasn't pretty.
This is not working. Come on, baby.
It seems Chuck's new home was carrying a heavy load. Or loads.
Oh, what farm animal lived here? Oh.
56 years worth of corn dogs, pork rinds, and untold gallons of cheap beer had solidified into the mother of all log jams.
Oh, this is not working. I can just thing this.
Chemical warfare was the only answer.
Perfectly.
Chuck poured a gallon of bleach down the trailer's poop chute and waited. From the darkness below came a response.
If you're pouring a gallon of bleach into a septic tank that's been sitting around a long time, you're probably pouring it into a solution that has acidified over time.
Once the highly alkaline bleach mixes with the acidic sludge, it produces an explosion of chlorine gas.
It's like a gas chamber, essentially.
Overcome by lung-searing toxic fumes, Chuck went from road-worthy to road-kill. Coming up, a stray bullet that strayed too far, and a guy who really needed a drink. Bottoms up. There's good luck, there's bad luck, and then there's Ronald. Imagine exiting a New Year's Eve party with a hot date on your arm and a night full of possibilities in front of you.
So where's the next party at?
I think it's right down the street.
Ow!
What happened?
Suddenly you feel a thud, followed by a sharp stinging pain in your chest.
Hey!
You fall down, and 2 minutes later, you're dead.
Help!
That's what happened to our friend Ronald. It wasn't until after an autopsy that the real reason for his death was discovered.
Man, hurry up with them dogs, man. We're taking you all night to cook them hot dogs.
In a neighborhood about a mile away from Ronald's party, Kwame is getting his drink on with his boys.
There you go. 15 seconds.
15 seconds.
14.
And as the clock counts down to midnight, Kwame decides to let loose.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
The bullet's going to come out. The muzzle velocity is somewhere around 2,000 feet per second, and it's probably going to go in the range of a half a mile up into the air. When it comes back down, it's going to reach terminal velocity.
Down the street.
Ow! Ow!
What happened? What is that blood?
Honey.
That bullet has more than enough energy to penetrate someone to do some really big damage.
Hey! Oh my God.
It's a felony to fire a gun into the air. Stray bullets kill dozens of Americans every year. The lesson:
6,
when the clock strikes 12 on New Year's Eve,
3,